friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to create a scrapbook layout for the Challenge Yourself scrapbook blog, and I'm going to use this new Hip Kit Club kit that I got, and I really fell in love with scrapbooking again, all over again. I started out actually as a scrapbooker, and once I used all of my scrapbook stash, believe it or not, I started exploring some of the kits that are out there. And one of them is Hip Kit Club. And you can see the gorgeous papers that I got this month. You always get a cut apart like this. And a lot of these are, the first 6 pages that I show you are actually from Pink Fresh. It's one of the Pink Fresh collections. And then the last 4 pages, the ones I'm holding in my hand right now, are exclusive to Hip Kit Club themselves. It's one of their collections. And you get a nice selection of papers. You can see it's just a lovely combination of materials here. It's really well curated, I think. Everything coordinates so well. You can see I get some ephemera, some puffy stickers. I get some like nice buttons, wooden buttons, and then you always get some kind of alphabet stickers, and I love the puffy alphabet stickers. So I always really enjoy these kits, and there are other kits that you can get as well, but I've been enjoying getting these every month, and I try to use them up in the month that I get them. So I'm gonna just create a background. So I'm starting with the Kitsch Flamingo and Spun Sugar, and I pulled out a stencil that I really like. The theme for this month for the Challenge Yourself theme is shapes. So I'm going to use circles. I thought it would be fun to use circles. I have a lot of stuff that is circular, and a lot of the stuff in the kit, like the buttons, are circles, so I thought that would be kind of perfect. So I took the the Kitsch Flamingo, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I just smooshed it onto my craft mat, and I'm using what Vicky Boutin calls the KISS technique. That's a package from one of the ephemera packs, or a stamp set or something, and I just picked up the ink, which I spritzed with water, with this piece of plastic, and I'm just kind of squishing it onto the paper and letting some of it drip onto the paper, and now I'm going to let it dry. And that is a very light, subtle color, and my light is also very bright, so it's a little hard to see. It's actually a little bit darker in person. I then pulled out, once that pink dried, I pulled out the Cove Blue from Catherine Pooler and did the same thing. I squished it onto my mat, and then I spritzed it with water and mixed it up with this big round paintbrush, and picked up as much as I could with that paintbrush and just created splatter. I let that layer dry, and then I took one of the Hip Kit papers and I cut it down to 4.5 by 7.5, and I just gave it a nice decorative edge with one of my border punches, and I pulled out a bunch of scrap paper in blues that I thought would work with the pink and the blue from the kit. And you can see this is literally scrap paper. So I put that scrap paper, I don't even know what size it is, I just kind of offset it and layered it behind. I thought that the pink, this is a pink paper with the circles, which I loved for the theme, but I thought it was a little too light, so I put the blue behind it. And I pulled out this is one of my favorite stencils. This is from Maker Forte, and it's called Peacock Feathers, and I love this stencil. I love it for mixed media things, and that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm creating a mixed media background, although the only medium I'm really using is my dye ink. So technically not mixed medium, but I'm using techniques I use on my mixed media projects. So I just do a little bit of that on the lower left and the upper right, and it's very subtle. For that one, I use the Spun Sugar Distress Oxide, and I took about a 1/2 inch strip from one of the other Hip Kit papers, and I'm going to cut this down into 2 pieces, and one piece is going to go across my page about 1/3 of the way from the top, and then I'll use that other piece on the right hand side. So I'm kind of looking through my washi tapes here for anything that might, I'm looking for like a black and white. I really like the dark pop of color that this little strip actually creates, and it actually is such a nice sort of almost like a purpley blue. So I decided that I want to put a mat behind one of my pictures. So I cut it down to 3.5 by 4.5, and I'll trim down my picture to fit inside there. And I'm just going to I have 3 pictures I want to put here. And I'm putting that second paper down, and I pulled out this is from the May kit from L Studios, which is like a pocket card kit, but I really like all the journaling cards you get. So I want to add a little journaling card to my layout. And you get a lot of tags and labels and things in that kit also. And some of this is ephemera that came in the Hip Club kit this month. So I pulled out a bunch of things that I thought would work, and I really loved the sun and the clouds on here. And the clouds allowed me to introduce some purple, more circle elements, some yellow, and some of that greenish blue color that is in here. So I'm pulling out a bunch of things that I think I might want to use in different spots, and I'm just sort of laying them out, and I'll put my other pieces together too. So I'm pulling out tags, and I pulled out the butterflies. There were 3 butterflies in the kits. There were a lot of flowers. So I love the clouds, though. I think the clouds are super fun. I definitely want those. And that Beautiful Day tab came from the L Studio kit, and I think it works beautifully. It's allowing me to bring in some yellow. So I'll end up with 4 small ephemera clusters. Usually I do 3, but I felt like this layout worked better for me with 4 different little clusters. And I'm trying hard to control myself with the ephemera because I love ephemera. I like to load the whole page up with ephemera, but I really want that background to show. So I'm trying to create something where I'm not covering up the whole background. So I put that other part of the strip down, and I'm just like attaching things, and I like to overlap things a lot. So you can see that I do that here. And in each of the ephemera clusters, I'm trying to have a little bit of purple, a little bit of that greenish blue, a little bit of yellow, and I'm trying to have a cloud. I'm also trying to have a circular element. So I'm just adding these pieces, and I'm putting some of those just foam dots behind. I'll put 1 foam dot usually behind each of the things, and I'll put it off to the side so it gives a little dimension to one side of the object. So I've got that. I'm like really getting close to having that left-hand side done, and I'm liking how this is coming out. Like, I like how everything is coordinating from the different kits that I have here. And that circle label is from the L Studios kit. And that's a nice little kit. You can always add on things to both of these kits. They always give you the opportunity to add things on to include in your shipment, and I like that. The Hip Kit Club has quite a few different add-ons or different kits that you can subscribe to, and sometimes I will add like a package of solid cardstock or more ephemera or something like that, because I really used up my scrapbooking stash last year, and I hadn't bought any new scrapbooking stuff in like 10 years. So I've been careful not to collect things I'm not using over the past few years because I have enough things I'm not using. So I'm trying to use some of my stash up. But now I can actually add some new scrapbooking things, which is pretty fun because there's a lot of stuff out there. And I love these wooden buttons that came in the Hip Kit Club. And I think those buttons are amazing. Some of them actually have like clouds, and you can see I'm trying to use that teal green color there. But they have sort of like a little cloud design. So I pull out the little script puffy letters, and I decide to add the word lunch to the top because the pictures I'm using are a picnic my husband and I took to one of the local beaches about 5 minutes from our house, and a big, a huge, actually, seagull stopped to visit, patiently waiting for our scraps, and he tried to sneak up behind us. So I thought it was kind of fun to watch him, and he was quite patient. So it was kind of fun, and it was a kind of an overcast day, but going out for a picnic lunch on the beach is actually one of our favorite things to do. So here I've added the photos, and I've glued everything down. So now I'm just like looking at the puffy stickers. I add a little bee to the top corner there, and then there's a butterfly I'll put in, and I also put like an oval sentiment that says love our life. And I'm gonna go to my stash drawer because I have collected some alphabet stickers recently and some word phrases. So I want to pull out another, like I want to say, call it lunch hello, because I felt like the seagull stopped to say hello, and I wasn't sure whether he was a thief or just a friendly guest. So that's what I'll actually journal. It was kind of fun to watch him, and he really like stuck close by. There have been other times where we've been attacked by flocks of seagulls, so you do have to be careful when you have lunch on the beach because they are intimidating when they come swooping down and surround you while you're eating lunch, actually. So it's kind of entertaining. But he was the only creature around besides the two of us because it was really an overcast day. But it was gorgeous. There was a beautiful breeze. And of course, we had the nice water view all to ourselves, so it was pretty fabulous. So now I've put down the hello, which I took from one of the stash puffy phrases that I have, and not too much more to add. I like to add a few little sentiment stickers, and this says every picture tells a story. Now I'm just going to do some journaling and really tell my story. And I know this is really a personal thing, but I like to include my own handwriting or printing, and I always make mistakes, and I have things crossed out, and I like to date it and put the location, and I'm actually using a little white gel pen there to cover up. I went off the card a little bit, and it's okay. Hopefully someone will look at this in the future and enjoy seeing my handwriting, because I know I enjoy seeing my grandparents' handwriting on the letters and recipes and things that I've saved. So I just add a little bit of journaling in a couple of spots. I like to add some journaling to the tags and labels that I pull out. I love actually getting a kit every month that has tags and labels in it and journaling boxes. So the L Studio kit is really nice, and I also like the kits from Calico Studios. Those are really nice also. So I will link to these things below. And thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Have a great day, friends.